Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. I know I haven't posted a video in a long time, so I wanted to make an update video and let you know what's been going on, why I haven't been posting, and all the stuff that's new in our lives. My plan is just to make this a general update video to get me back started into YouTube. And then my next couple of videos I want to do a little bit more in-depth updates as far as our homeschool, and then another one on our foster care journey, and then another one on our son's battle with chordoma. So if you're interested in our general update where we've been, then stay tuned. I don't even know where to begin. Our life has been crazy hectic the last couple months, and I definitely stepped back from my YouTube channel, but I'm back and I'm ready to start putting out videos again and answering your questions and just getting back into the YouTube life. So I wanted to make this an update on where we've been and what we've been up to. My plan is to do this video and then do one specifically to chordoma, specifically on our foster journey and update, and then on our homeschool. So if you have any questions you'd like answered in any of those videos, just give me a comment down below. The first thing I want to talk about is an update on our journey with our son's battle with chordoma. I haven't actually done a video that talks about what chordoma is, how we found out he had it, and what he had to do to fight it. And that will probably be my next video. It's just, I've been wanting to do it, but it's one of those videos that I dread doing. So, but I do want to do that, and I want to get the word out there. And I actually know that we have some followers specifically that have been following to find out how he's doing and who are also battling chordoma. So, I'm going to do that video with just kind of the beginning of what it is to what he went through the last year. And then I even was thinking of adding him at the end of the video to answer some of your questions. So if you have any questions about chordoma specifically, or about fighting cancer as a teenager that you would be interested in him answering, let me know. I think it'll be very therapeutic for him, and hopefully he can help someone else. So just leave those questions down below, and I will definitely add them to that video. So the update, though, for the chordoma, and I know for some of you, you're like, what is it? And that will definitely be my next video. It is a form of cancer. It's an extremely rare form of cancer that is diagnosed 1 in a million in adults. So in children, it is even less so. But basically, he was diagnosed in August a year ago, and so now it's October, and he just had his first post-radiation 6-month scans. And he'll have scans every 6 months for 5 years, and then every year for the rest of his life, to make sure that there's no new regrowth or anything like that. So the good news is we just had his scans. He had them at the end of September. And we got news from his doctor that his scans are clear and they look great. There's no regrowth. There's no, there's even some shrinking of some pieces that they had to leave in there. So that is our good news, and that is our chordoma update. And I know there's a couple specific followers that have been waiting for that update. I'm sorry it took so long. Honestly, it took a long time for them to tell us. So we only found out last week, but we are thanking God. And, you know, just trying to be thankful for everything we have. And he is happy. He's doing well. He was very anxious to find out the results, especially, you know, these scans every 6 months, they call it scan anxiety, are always going to be anxious and make us nervous. But this first one was definitely a nice hurdle to get past. So I know you're going to have a lot of questions probably about chordoma and our journey with it, and I definitely need to do that video. So motivate me by putting some questions in the comments below to get me started on that video of what it is, how he was diagnosed, and what we had to do after diagnosis. So, but yes, for all of you who have been keeping him in your prayers, he had clean scans, and he is very happy, and our whole family is happy. So my next update would be our foster care journey. And this is probably more of what has kept me busy and off of YouTube. It's a little tough when we can't, I can't share specifics, but we did get our first placement, and the first one I can share a little more on because she's no longer with us. But back in September, we received our first placement, and it was a 7-month-old girl. She was adorable, and she had a really rough story that led her up to why she was in care. And without saying too much, she had a sibling that passed away from rough circumstances, not natural circumstances, and then she was sold to someone. And so basically we had her, and we were hoping we'd get to be placed with her for a long time, if not forever. But because when she was sold, she wasn't originally from the state that she was found in, they had to send her back to the state that she was technically a resident of. So it's kind of hard not to share too much. And if she was currently with us, I wouldn't even share that much, just for safety reasons. But so basically we had her only for 3 weeks, but we loved on her the 3 weeks we had her. We just loved it. She was just perfect, and even with all she had been through, she was a happy baby. She had some health things that we had to work out. And so we got her started on services, and we got her diet and her formula hopefully figured out, and hopefully the new foster home that has her in the new state was continuing those services. I did reach out in hopes that the new foster home would contact us, and so I could fill them in on, we only had her 3 weeks, but what we did know, and just, what she liked, but I haven't heard from them. And I've actually been trying to reach out to her caseworker in the new state and have not had luck. So that is one of the hard things, is sometimes when they're gone, it's like they're gone. You can't get an update. So that was our first placement, the 7-month-old girl. And then within 1 day of her leaving, we knew a couple days ahead of time that she was leaving. And so before she'd even left, they had called us and said, we have another placement we think would be perfect for you. She needs someone who's a stay-at-home mom so that she's not in daycare, and someone that's willing to possibly adopt if her case goes that way. And so we said, sure. And so that is the placement we have had ever since then. So we're going on probably a month and a half, I would say. And she has just turned 2. She also has a very extreme case even for foster care, and I can't go into that for safety reasons and for privacy reasons, but this precious thing has been through horrible things, and the positive is she's coming out on top. We're getting her lots of services and just loving on her and letting her know that she's safe now, and just kind of trying to help her through that by showing her love and caring, showing her that people are safe, and she's getting different services and counseling. So yeah, we're just loving having her. We got to celebrate a birthday with her already because she turned 2 since she's been with us, and we'll get to have her for Christmas. Right now her case is set for adoption and permanency. No, severance, sorry. But we don't know where that's going to go. So if she was severed, yes, we would adopt her. Her odds of going home are, like, to parents are slim to none. But you never know if a family member, so far no one has come out, but they can come out of the blue when they find out that the child is being severed. She does have a few siblings, which is another long story that I can't really go into without privacy, but we only have her placed with us. So yes, we have the potential where she could be an adoption. We are not an adopt-only family, so we support reunification. Now in this one's case, I can't honestly tell you I would support reunification, and I don't think anybody really does. But I also know that family could come forward. So we're just loving on her while we can, and just spending lots of time with her and helping her get any healing that she needs. It's definitely different having a 2-year-old in the house and having a little girl. Having 4 boys and never having a little girl, I'm just enjoying all the pink and princesses, and I think we watch Frozen like 3 times a day. But I love it. So that is our update on our foster care journey. As far, what was my third one? Oh, homeschool. So homeschooling's been going good. I have to say we have not been, we've been getting a little behind with the changes. And now that we've had this last placement for over a month, we are in a routine and it doesn't affect us, but the 3 weeks of having a little one and then changing, and it takes a couple weeks of even having the little one to get into this homeschool routine. So we are a little behind, but we are getting there. I did switch our 12-year-old over to the ACEs PACEs for English that our 9th grader was in, because we liked it so much. So he'll be able to catch up. They have 12 books, and I think he'll be able to catch up and finish by the end of the school year. So now I have my 9th grader and my 7th grader doing the ACEs PACEs for English, and we're loving it. They are both doing teaching textbooks, still loving that. They're doing Algebra 1 and 6th grade, because he's in 7th grade, but he's working a little bit behind. And then I have our younger son, our 8-year-old, doing Horizons and Explode the Code. And so far we are liking all of it. Like I said, I'm not super happy with our dedication to our homeschooling, and that is my next goal now that we're getting into a routine and we're getting through all the appointments of having a new placement, and we're getting through all that. My hope is that our homeschool, I realize that we need to spend more time. One thing we need to really spend more time in is activities for them. We have tons of homeschool opportunities where we live, and we haven't been utilizing them just because we're busy. I mean, we do have 5 children in our home, so we're a busy family. It's hard to make it to too many activities, but I do want to do that. Our 8-year-old, our other 9th grader who is in public school just finished football, which was a huge time sucker also. High school football. He's an amazing football player, and high school football takes a lot of time. But he just finished. We just started our 8-year-old in football, flag football, and he has played before. But the cool thing is his brothers, his 2 brothers that are both 14 and 15 in 9th grade, are coaching his team, and he just thinks that is the most coolest thing ever. His brothers are his coaches, and it's really going super well. My husband helps, but he's really tried to step back and let the older boys coach, and so it's been really good, and I think it's good for the kids on the team too. I told my older boys it looks great for college that you're coaching in the community. Both of our older boys are super into athletics. Cameron, of course, can't play the sports that he used to, and so I think this is healing for him, because that's been one of the harder things for him this year, is to stop. He was a basketball, football player and golfer, and he can no longer play those sports after his cancer diagnosis, and which I'll talk about in that video, but his neck is fused, and that's why he can't. So this has been therapeutic for him, so it's been great in a lot of ways. So yeah, that is that update. I can't think of anything else. I know both of those subjects need much longer videos, which is why I didn't put them in this video. But really, honestly, if you have any questions about chordoma and our journey with it, fostering in our journey, or our homeschool, please leave them below. And those are my next 3 videos that I have planned. I am planning to be back, and I'm hoping to film at least 1 video a week, if not 2. And that is my plan for my next 3, and then they'll hopefully get more normal, and I'll have some day in the life and some cleaning videos and hauls, since I'm an online shopping is like my thing. I wanted to do Costco hauls because everyone knows that Costco is like, if I got a shopping spree anywhere, it'd be Costco, but my husband does not like the idea of having to leave everything out while I do the haul and then put it away, so I'm not sure that will happen. But yeah, if you also have any ideas on future videos, that would be great. But really, if you have questions for Cameron, he is 14, and his battle with cancer as a teenager, he was diagnosed at 13. Leave them below, because I talked to him about it, and he would love to do a video, a Q&A video, and I'll either do that separate from the All About Chordoma video and our battle with it, or depending on how long that is, I can add it at the end. But either way, both of those videos will be the next ones out. Also, if you have any homeschool questions, like I said, we're using teaching textbooks, we're using Horizon Math, we're using ACEs PACEs, we're using Explode the Code, we're using a bunch of Spectrum books, we're using can't think off the top of my head, but those two, and then our foster care journey. Like I said, right now we have one open bed for a girl. Well, we don't have an open bed because it's full, but right now we're fostering one girl. 0 to 4 was our age range. So we're not taking any more placements right now because that's 5 kids. We could technically open up one more bed if we wanted to, but that's not our plan. Our plan is just one. And we do have that extra option if a sibling came into care, or a past placement came into care, then we could take them. So that's kind of what we do with that other spot. And really that's the only thing. We could only really take 2, and even that would put us so that we can't fit in one car. But anyways, now I'm rambling. So please comment down below any questions or future videos you'd like to see. Like this video and subscribe, and I promise that I will start getting more videos out. Thank you for being patient with me, and thank you for listening. Have a great day.